Hello, my name is Trent Knox. I am the CEO of Cyber City Media. We are in always sunny Cyber City, Texas today. And in this video, what I'm going to go over is the top 5 cloud broadcasting solutions. By cloud broadcasting, what I mean is the ability to pull in remote guests and allow you to produce a live stream that will feed out to social media, your website, wherever you need to send that video to via RTMP, RTSP, depends on the platform, or browser based even with HTML5 and different codecs in that realm. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the screen share. Here we are, and you can still hear me. The first one that we're going to talk about is Restream. And personally, it's my number one platform. I've been working with Restream for about 3 years now. I started using Restream with a company I have called Austin Live and Local, where we were interviewing artists, brands, and events in the Austin, Texas area. And what's really cool about this software is you just send out one feed via RTMP, and it redistributes it to your Facebook, your YouTube, your Twitter via Periscope, Twitch, LinkedIn now, and a variety of different platforms. So what I'm going to show you real quick is their latest version of Restream.io also has a product line called Restream Studio. So I'm going to show you guys where I clicked it up in Products Studio. And I should mention that I am an affiliate with Restream. You can go to restream.trentknox.com and you can get a certain amount of discount off of your subscription. If I'm right, Restream Studio, in order to get the full access to this, you need the professional level. So I'm going to open up the tab real quick and show you plans and pricing. Professional level, no Restream branding on the studio, Restream Studio Pro with custom logos and graphics. So keep that in mind for when you sign up on Restream Studio. So that's just the pricing. Brief glimpse, gonna close it out. With Restream Studio, you're gonna supercharge your streaming, everything you need for a successful live stream, right in the browser. So for all of the products that I'm mentioning in this video, they are solutions within your browser. Some of these solutions will work on mobile devices, including tablets and smartphones. Restream Studio, it's kind of hit or miss. It depends whether you're on an Android or an iOS device. Be considerate of that. Likely use these softwares on laptops, desktops, or MacBooks. Or iMacs, just to be very, just to cross all your T's and dot all your I's, and be cautious of the fact that it might not work on every device. So you're going to reach an audience everywhere. Pretty simple. Become a host of your live show. As you can see, you have Anya and Mike Russell in 2 videos pretty easily. And this is all sort of in the Restream Studio software / product solution that they offer in the cloud. You can see pretty easy to set. It's a pretty simple description through their FAQs, basically on their homepage. What I'd like to see is right here, and show you guys this, is how the Restream Studio works. So you have your ability to put your logo up here in the top right corner. Let me turn on my cursor so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now my cursor is on. You can see that I'm up here in this top right corner where there's this video playback. And you can see there's chat, captions, graphics setup. The graphics section is what they just showed. And this is just a really simple solution, Restream Studio, for bringing in remote guests and editing your background and your overlays pretty seamlessly and easy. So as it said there, Restream Studio. Again, if you want to get a certain, I don't remember exactly what it is. It's in between 5% to 15% off. You can go to restream.trentknox.com and get and take advantage of my affiliate code. Here is the second solution. So the second solution, probably the most popular solution right now, is Streamyard. Many people started adopting using Streamyard during the pandemic. It was released right before the pandemic through a couple of YouTubers that were using it to broadcast online. And it wasn't necessarily being used for remote guests at the time. It was being more used for a cloud broadcasting solution for an individual person. And then I started to see more and more people adopt it for virtual podcasting, remote guests, and what have you, webinars, etc. But that product is very similar to the Restream Studio. In fact, I believe some of the developers and the people associated with StreamYard initially were a part of the Restream team. And then Restream went out and developed their own proprietary solution called Restream Studio. But the StreamYard developers have still been working very hard on making a good product for people to use. I personally find it to be a little bit inferior because they don't necessarily have the right pricing. If you look at their pricing, I don't particularly like it. Also, they don't offer the multi-streaming or rebroadcasting at the same level that Restream does. They just weren't. That's not where where their bread and butter is in, and it's better to develop a new line of products off of an existing customer base than developing a brand new product with no existing customer base. So I feel that their product is just a little bit inferior to the Restream Studio product. And now you can see that you can host up conversations with up to 10 people, which is really, really good. And it actually is very user-friendly. You can click, pretty much anybody can click and start streaming with StreamYard. Again, not that impressed with it. Used it a few different times, paid for the solution, felt like I was not getting my money's worth when I bought it. And I've stuck with Restream Studio because I feel that just in case I'm, not going to be using cloud broadcasting software, I can send in a feed via RTMP and rebroadcast to all the platforms. I can use a custom solution, which we'll get into further on in this video, but this is just not my favorite solution of all the solutions, because in some ways, most of the time when you're doing a remote guest, you're doing podcasting. And for podcasting, if it's not going live, if you're not doing a live podcast, there are much better solutions. And we'll talk about that in a different video. Again, this is the top 5 cloud broadcasting software solutions versus the cloud recording software solutions. So these have a component of recording, but these are dedicated software solutions for broadcasting, or otherwise known as streaming or live streaming. It depends what generation you come from, older individuals will call this broadcasting, and the Zoomer generation will call it streaming. So you just have to kind of be aware of the language that's being used by different creatives, broadcasters, content creators, and what have you. But yeah, this is a solution, easy to use, and makes it very simple for people to get started. And so we're going to start going into the more advanced level broadcast solutions. And these advanced level broadcast solutions, well, I just want you to be aware that it takes another level of understanding of how broadcasting works, and also how to be creative and be innovative with your broadcast. Because if you're just going to put up a background, you're going to put up name tags and your and images of you and your remote guest, or you and your remote guests, then go with something simple like Restream Studio or Streamyard. And then an honorable mention here, this is not part of the top 5, but Be.Live is another solution very similar to Restream Studio and Streamyard. It's another solution that I say is in the same breath when we're talking about easy solutions for remote guest and broadcasting to multiple social media networks, your website, to a private server, whatever the case may be. Now, let's go into the intermediate. We're going to go into the intermediate section, and that is GoLightstream. At one point in time, GoLightstream, and this says advanced live streaming made simple. That's why I said intermediate. It is advanced in the comparison to, the simple, send a link to your remote guest, they show up, and you don't have to do any, editing, because it's plug and play, in the sense of you don't have very much customization over what is shown on the screen in placements. This is very robust software that you can put your logo anywhere you want into the broadcast system. This is actually a cloud-based version of XSplit. XSplit, other broadcasting software, Wowza. These are, I'm trying to think of another option. Your Streamlabs OBS, which is really a plugin over the top of other broadcasting software, or anyway. And so I this is very much for the intermediates. I wouldn't start here unless you're a very tech savvy individual. As you can see, he basically gets his webcam onto the screen, and then he can move his logo anywhere he wants. He can move his own webcam to any placement that he wishes. You can see levels in the audio that you can, a level of flexibility in the audio mixer. The layer section is just really robust. You can see that you have the ability to do scene switching at the bottom, and each of those scenes is customizable. Your resolution, you're able to transcode. This is a very, very in between advanced and in between intermediate kind of software. And you can see it goes live to the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitch, the custom links, like I said, your website, private server, easy to go live, build the ideal stream. You see these things that they're saying, pretty much the same. This is actually a pretty interesting solution that you don't see on any other service, and that is a cloud solution that allows you to do remote control of your stream via 4G LTE, or from wherever you are connected to a network, an internet provider, an ISP. And this part right here, remote control for your stream, it's best in class. It really is. And you won't find anything like this until you're spending a few hundred to thousands of dollars to get a solution like this. And those are your Synapse, cloud broadcasting, your unlimited IRLs. You know, there are a few other solutions. Those are the two that come to mind because they're pretty much a partnership. But that's your like backpacks and stuff like that. Your Teradek, your Live View, those guys. But what we should look at is if I'm able to explore plans. Here we go. You won't be able to get the remote guests unless you pay for the creator package. Or not the yeah, well, yeah, you won't get remote guests unless you pay for the creator package. And you won't also get the ability to do remote control from your phone unless you get well, actually that's changed. So it used to be that you weren't able to okay. Nope, sorry. This is correct. In order to get the IRL broadcasting portion, you have to send in via RTMP. And so you have to get this creator package in order to take advantage of switching scenes remotely over LTE in the creator section. And you know, you're looking at, in order to get 1080p, you're spending $50 a month. I don't know if that's in your budget or not, but that's the reality. Okay, so this is intermediate, and I want to say the next thing that we're talking about is, it falls into the moderate to advanced, I'd say. It's StageTen, and as you can see, this is just targeted at a vastly different demographic. It's sort of in the ballpark between Restream Studio and Streamyard, and our honorable mention Be.Live, because it's not necessarily as robust as GoLightstream, but it does offer some of the similar feature sets to GoLightstream, that, you know, the logo placement is you have more control over where that shows on your screen. There's a lot of tools built in to StageTen that allow you to do custom graphics and whatnot. And then they have another solution. They have another solution. I thought it was called Ruby, but it's the ability to do like interactive sales and products. This is really targeted at a demographic of e-commerce folks. But it's a solution that's out there that I find to be good because they do have the RTMP poll feature. Then they have this ability to go live and sell products from Shopify. Their solution is very robust. And the next one, the one that I find to be, in my, top 5 of cloud broadcasting software solutions, is from the developers of this StageTen. And so this has to go into the top 5 as far as systems that I've used before that deliver on what they're intended to do, which is get the remote guest in, broadcast live from a stationary static solution. Because remember, these solutions that I'm showing you, aside from the where I kind of spoke about GoLightstream's ability to do mobile broadcasting and in IRL broadcasting, that's kind of separate, but it's a little bit of a tidbit, a gem in this video. But this does offer some of that, and you probably would be able to, in a studio setting, send in a remote video feed over your local area network or Wi-Fi network to bring in a mobile, or I shouldn't say mobile. That's a moving camera, I should say, or an IP camera like you would see OBS bot or something like that, or even a PTZ optics camera, bringing that into your feed. And so these solutions right now, I'm telling you, are very they are very easy to are simple to intermediate / moderate use. The next solution I'm showing you is very advanced, and that's VDO Ninja, previously or formerly known as OBS.Ninja. This software, while it can be combined with like a GoLightstream, it's intended for very advanced broadcasters who essentially create their own room. Through the created room, they can be a director, and as a director, they can either be a participant or a non-participant, pull their remote guest feeds in, and then combine them to be a sort of a solution similar to Restream Studio, Streamyard, and whatnot. But the customization, all of that needs to be done separately in a broadcasting software like OBS or like XSplit or any solution that will take the browser feed that this solution is and then output that information via RTMP to your Facebooks, your Twitch, your YouTubes, your Twitters, LinkedIn's, what have you. The thing about this is this solution is very, very, very low maintenance, or I shouldn't say low maintenance. It's low latency. That's the word I was trying to say. I should have read it directly off of the screen. Low latency, meaning that it's not going to be taxing your computer that much if you have, a decent computer. Also, there's no need to have any accounts. There's a secure sense because you're able to put a password encryption on the room so that only those who have the password are able to get into the room and broadcast in your room. It's pretty simple. You can come in from your smartphone, computer, and really, 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 really simple. There's RTMP pulls and pushes. I should say not RTMP pulls and pushes. There are browser pushes and RTMP pull. No, there may not be an RTMP pull. It's pretty simple. That's all I'm saying. Is this solution goes into? It's not simple. It's complex in the sense that there's a lot that has to be done to make this work extraordinarily well. And if you are creative and you know how to play with the settings and you know how to add additional graphics. If you're watching this video and you understand how I'm making this video, then you probably can use VDO Ninja or Video Ninja and make it pretty amazing video feed and stream and broadcast. I'd like to go into more detail about this, but this is really just a top 5 video just to explain each one and kind of explain why I think they are my top 5. And I want to say that if you're going to be broadcasting, any one of these solutions is going to work for you. It all depends on how creative you want to get with your broadcast. Do you want to bring in remote guests and have the best quality video? I suggest Video Ninja. If you're just looking to bring in guests and you want a simple solution, I suggest Restream Studio. It all depends on how much effort and how much work you want to put into your broadcast, because if you want the high level of customizable features, then you're going to want to go with a VDO Ninja. And if you want to go mobile with it, then I suggest GoLightstream. Because they have the ability to remote control your scenes via your phone, and they also allow you to bring in an RTMP feed, so you can use like a Teradek or a GoLive or a Streamlabs OBS mobile to bring that feed in and broadcast to whoever you need to broadcast to. Multicam functionality with browser overlays. There's a lot that can be done. If you can imagine it, one of these software solutions is able to accomplish it. And so I'm going to close this out. 1 second. I want to say thank you for watching this video. This has been my top 5 cloud broadcasting software solutions. We went over it. I'd say number 1, Restream Studio. Number 2, Streamyard. Number 3, GoLightstream. Number 4, StageTen. Number 5, VDO Ninja. And then honorable mention Be.Live. And so if you found any value in this video, I'd like for you to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I'll answer each and every one of those questions. Again, my name is Trent Knox. I am the CEO of Cyber City Media, and I aim to help you accomplish all of your video production, broadcasting, and podcasting needs. Again, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.